Hey guys, this is Randall here to review Red vs. Blue Season 10. If you don't know what Red vs. Blue is, you should definitely look it up and look into it. It's a really great machinima series. It started out as a comedy series and it's become like this more of an action drama series with, comedy relief. So it's a really good series and I really recommend you watching it if you're not a fan already. So getting on to this current review, the story picks up in Season 10 where Season 9 left off with the mission to kill the director of Project Freelancer. It still often flashes back to the distant past to look at the adventures of Project Freelancer. So this season exceeded my expectations for it. There were lots of improvements made to the show that made it really great, made it a whole lot better than last season, even though last season was a really good season. One of the first things you notice right off the bat when you watch the season is that they improved the animation on this series. It looks a whole lot better. The characters and the sets for the show look a whole lot more crisp compared to last season. It looks really great. Though there were some glitches I didn't notice in the show. Two of them in particular were, one of them, sometimes the characters, like their shoulders, instead of being out like regular people's are, they were like pointing in like this. I don't know if you can see that alright, but they were pointing inwards, like towards the camera or whatever. So that was one thing I noticed that happened sometimes. It was kind of distracting. And the second thing was sometimes when the characters would walk, it seemed a little bit abnormal. Talking about the animation leads me to talk about the actual flashbacks that were in the show. They were a lot more action-packed, and in my opinion, it explained a whole lot more of what was actually happening in the show than it did in Season 9. In Season 9, the flashbacks didn't explain a whole lot. I felt like they weren't really there to explain a lot. I felt like they were just put there to, add a different dimension to the show and add more action to it. So, yeah, these flashbacks in Season 10 seemed more relevant to the current points in the story than the ones from last season. Something mysterious would happen and you would have a question about it, and then soon after there would be a flashback explaining that situation. And there was also much more emotion in the show in this season than any of the past seasons, and a lot more humanity added into the characters this time around. I mean, the show just keeps getting better and better, and I love it even more and more and more. It's just a really good show. The finale that I just got done watching, it was very emotional. It was much like the finale of the Blood Gulch Chronicles, and it ended the season and even the series really well. But the question remains, will there be more Red vs. Blue? I mean, I wouldn't blame them for stopping because they've been doing it for so long, like 10 years. That's a long time to run a web series. I mean, I don't want them to quit because the series is just so great at this point. I mean, don't want them to quit, but I wouldn't blame them because they've got so many other projects, they've got going. Rooster Teeth are pretty much like a business now in several different areas. This season was really great. It's definitely my favorite of the entire series, probably 5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't watched this season yet, go watch it. The whole thing's up at roosterteeth.com. It probably takes about 2 hours to watch the whole thing. So it's just really great. I really liked it a whole lot. So anyways, that's it for this review. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe. And for all you metalheads out there watching, you guys just keep it metal.